So I wanted to open by first recognizing the chair of the Board of Public Works, Terry Culhane.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Terry Culhane. I live on Stearns Court. I am the present chairman of the Board of Public Works. I have a couple of general comments, and then past City Council President Jim Dostal would like to read a report or a summary of what the department and the Board of Public Works have found over the past several years. I have two comments. One speaks to the issue of, given that the landfill expansion is pretty much of a dead issue at this time, is it necessary to pass an ordinance to kill it for all foreseeable future? In other words, to remove that option from the table. If I can make an analogy, I think many people, including many people in this room, would agree that the national discussion about energy has been for decades skewed toward the economics only. The national discussion has ignored issues of environmental damage, the importance of conservation, the impact of geopolitical questions, where we're importing so much oil. I think we would all probably agree that that conversation has been skewed, and perhaps regrettably so. Our local discussion, I think, in my opinion, has also been skewed. It's been all about the health issues and the drinking water, and there has not been much attention given to the economic side of the question. And there is an interesting economic side to the question, and we believe, from our perspective on the Board of Public Works, that in fact the health issues are much more nuanced than you might be led to believe. A couple of quick points about the economics is we're giving up $1.5 million in annual, we're going to pay an extra $1,500,000 annually once the landfill closes as a community. Now we may say, okay, that's not that much money and it's worth taking every precaution. We've also had the landfill appraised. It's worth approximately $10 million if we were to, like South Hadley does, lease it to an outside company who would run a landfill at that spot. Now maybe we would also say the $10 million means nothing. Safety is the only factor here. But I think it'd be worth a discussion, in my opinion. And the time may come when that discussion is more important than it is today. That's my first point. Second point is, during the day today, since last night around 7 o'clock, as a community, we've generated about 58 tons of trash. And we'll generate another 58 tons of trash tomorrow. Now, we've been a very successful community at recycling as much as possible, and we will divert about 23 tons of that into what we typically call recycling. But the remaining 35 tons is going to have to be buried somewhere. It's going to be we're going to have to handle the whole 58 tons. And I hope what you do doesn't in some way impact our ability to use the Glendale Road site in the future for issues like recycling, composting, waste collection for later transfer to another location, leaf and yard waste collection, large material collection like mattresses, hazardous material collection. 58 tons a day, I would maintain we are going to need that site. And I would, even if we decide not to expand the landfill, which is fine, I mean that's certainly a decision the community can make. I hope we don't also slam the door on other uses for that piece of land out there. It's going to be an important piece of land for us in the future.